We wanted our website to be more interactive. We wanted to have more reasons to visit. We wanted our website to be more about customers. We wanted to give our customers more reason to visit. We wanted a reason for our customers to come to our website and come in from the social marketing wilderness. We wanted to house content that could be easily shared, distributed, and linked to. We wanted reasons for people to truly engage with the product. We were considering our website to basically be a kitchen where we would cook up our delicious content to feed out to the hungry masses. And so we did this. The slide wasn't half as exciting as the preamble. But what we did here was we started a gallery that was all about users and their experiences. We had an easy upload function. We had easy sharing functionality. We created a Soul Tune of the Week. We created mixtapes and online competitions and Nova co-branded competitions. We wanted people, when they heard about the content we were delivering on social media, to come to our website and find that information straight away. And basically our page is pretty much one page. There's no sub-pages, there's nothing hard to find. It's all there. Our second step was we're trying to get people to throw house parties. So we better set an example, and I better go and throw some, heaven forbid. So our step 2 was to create content. Now, how do you think we did this? We did this by throwing house parties, of course, which was an awful job. So we went around Australia throwing house parties to get some content. Now, none of this is set up. It was real people, real beer, really enjoying the Soul experience. We provided the beer and the photographers, and they provided what I like to call the good times, not too good. We were very transparent with these people, and we considered these people at the start of our campaign to be early adopters. These people, because they were invited specially, started to form a sense of ownership and began promoting the brand for us. This was our first taste of leveraging off real-world experiences to build stronger online ones. Once we had built some content, and that's Nick. Hello, Nick. He's wearing a sailor's hat. It's quite comical. Our step 3 was to launch our above the line. So we started to launch those radio ads that convinced people that house parties were cool. We started to launch our Nova. We had a co-branded competition with Nova where, again, you went online. They had live air feeds. You go and enter the competition and you could win an even better house party. Party is what we're saying. We then also hosted our own online competition, which was simply upload your Soul party pics and win. I mean, I don't care how you party with beer, for goodness sake, just do it. Upload your experiences and share with us all. What we did next to get some more content is we hosted some phone parties. We had the ALH or the Woolworths venues, and so we went into those venues and we created these phone parties. Now, the cool thing is that guests were invited purely through social platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace. And there's a couple of them there. Now, we created these You've Been Snapped by Soul cards. This is simple. The guys walk in the door, you hand them a card, you say, hey, we might have taken photos of you. Most of us are quite intrigued about our own faces, so we're going to go and check that out. Within the first night, from these simple social invites, we ended up getting 1,500 guests to the venue, which was capacity. Within 24 hours, we had 800 of these guests asking to be our friends on Facebook, which is great. I mean, those numbers are huge. People began to tag themselves in the photos, so they began to really join in the competition. Part of the competition details were either upload a photo or tag yourself. And I'll tell you how this works, because when somebody tags themselves in a picture, that picture appears on their social network and their friends see it. Now, if you think that the average Facebook user has 130 friends, you can start to see why this has leverage. And so basically, these images with a simple caption saying, hey, there's a comp, check it out, it's cool, is great. It's a personalised ad. And an ad that shows not only models enjoying the Soul experience, but potential consumers, their friends, enjoying the experience, which we think is a key difference. And it was at this point that we truly realised with social marketing that talk was cheap, but the conversation was priceless. We wanted to start a dialogue and get people talking. Another thing that we had a look at on our website was Soul Tune of the Week. Now, this was simple. We wanted to offer someone downloadable material. So what we did is we found unsigned bands via Facebook or MySpace and YouTube, and we invited them to be Soul Tune of the Week if their songs represented and were relevant to the brand. This was great because here you've got this band who suddenly says, hey, this big company, little do they know it's me, but they say, hey, this big company, has chosen us for Soul Tune of the Week. So they start talking us up on their social networks and we start talking them up on theirs. So suddenly they become brand advocates and we look like a great platform. The next thing that we had a look at was the Soul Summer Mixtape, which doesn't sound like much, but on the website you simply went on and you told us what you thought was the best mixtape, what was the best song to go on the mixtape. And if you entered that, a random winner would win an iTunes voucher. So no great prize. But the great thing about doing this on the website is that this creates content for your social networking platforms. So on Facebook, we simply one question. What do you think is the best song for a summer house party? And suddenly we have heaps and heaps and heaps of responses. Now all of those responses are linked to us and it's linked back to our website. So we're engaging in facilitating and creating conversation. When our winners of the Nova House Party won their stuff, they had a great time. They had a ball, which was a great brand experience for them. We wanted to leverage off that. And so they started to put their material online. People who were on the borderline of considering whether they would enter the competition suddenly saw real winners, really winning stuff, and thought, hey, cool, I'm going to give it a go. And competition entrance rose. Another thing that we did was we had a look at sponsorship, and we sponsored the Australian Beach Ball Volleyball Championships. So one of the big ones that we sponsored was the Hola Mexican Film Festival. And obviously you can see the relevancy between a Mexican film festival and a Mexican beer. And so we used, the opening nights of these things to rock up. And we had mariachi bands, and we had that sort of stuff. And we gave out soul. And we gave out those You've Been Snapped by Soul cards, and we made friends. And then they took that real-world experience and brought it online, and they tagged themselves, and they were able to win. So again, we're leveraging off real-world experiences to create stronger digital ones. But what about results? This is what anyone cares about. But results. Now, the answer is yes, we sold more beer. The promotion's still going, so I can't tell you the end figures, but I can tell you this. We had very, very limited above-the-line exposure. So the results that we're going to get are mainly created by that social marketing experience. Now, in January 2009, we had smashed a Soul sales record. In January 2010, after this campaign had started running, we smashed that record by 64%. Some people go, we could have sold 8 beers, you don't know, but I can't give you the... I can't give you the end numbers for that, as that's obviously still going. We became the second most popular soul network in the world, which is incredible considering the fact that the UK and America and all those top dogs, they all have sites and they're not going as well as ours. We got heaps of information. Within the first couple of weeks, we had 4,000 entrants to our competition. I mean, that's big. That's great. And they're links, and that's free ads, and they're going to people, and it's free publicity. So fantastic. And I'll give myself a pat on the back after. And the team. Got to remember that my boss is here, and I better point that out. But there was a lot of great things that came out of this, and it's still going. But although we've had great success with this, I guess what I really want to get across to you tonight is what we've learnt and how you can apply that to your business. I'll do a little bit of a moonwalk over here as I've prematurely thrown this bit of paper away, so if you could clap. Thanks, Russ. Russ is on it. He understands. It's all getting filmed. This is turning into rubbish. So what did we learn? Stop laughing so loud, Russ. You're putting me off. Social marketing can result in positive return on investment and can be tracked and analysed, sometimes even better than traditional media. Social marketing is more about interaction than frequency and reach. Within a business, culture is king. With social marketing, content is key. Have something to share and talk about.